And welcome to Excel Class Hub. My name is Taiwo Maman, educational consultant for Excel Part Educational Consult Limited. Now, today we are going to be looking at UNILAG Post-UTME pattern. There are some things I needed to know before applying for the UNILAG Post-UTME examination. The first thing I want you to note before you can apply for the UNILAG Post-UTME exam is that you have to choose UNILAG as your first choice institution. UNILAG must be your first choice institution during your JAMB UTME registration. Or if you are doing a change of institution, you make UNILAG your first choice institution to be eligible to register for the post UTME exam in UNILAG. Then the second note is that you need to score 200 to be eligible to, to apply for the post-UTME examination. If you score below 200, as if you score 199, your information will not pop up during the registration of the post-UTME in UNILAG's portal. You won't be eligible to register. You will not be eligible to register for the post-UTME exam if you score below 200. But if you score 200 and above, you are automatically eligible to register for the UNILAG Post-UTME examination. That's the second note. Now, the third note is that you must have a minimum of 5 credits, a minimum of 5 credit passes at a single sitting in relevant subject. I'm not saying you can't use 2 sitting. You can use 2 sitting, but it's advisable for you to use a sitting, and you must have your 5 relevant subjects, credit in your 5 relevant subjects. And I believe you all know that to your whole level needs to be strong to be able to meet up the aggregate for your course. It's important you know your course aggregate for before you apply for those jam, so that you won't be wasting your time. Then number 4, you must be at least 16 years old by by 30th of September 2026 before you can apply for the UNILAG Post-UTME exam. You must be 16 years old by the end of September before you will be eligible to write the exam. Now, next is information and documents needed for the online registration. And the first thing you need is your JAMB. So what is your JAMB registration number? That's the number that ends with 2 alphabets. The JAMB registration number. The JAMB registration number is used as your username to log into the portal. Your JAMB registration number is used as your what? As your username to log into the portal. And the next you need is your what? Your surname. Your surname in lowercase, that's in small letters. Your surname in small letters. Your surname serves as your initial password to log in. Your JAMB registration number is your username. Your surname will serve as your password to log in. Then once you log in, you can decide to change it, or you can decide to leave it the way it is. Then you will need an active email and phone number. Let those let this be your personal email and phone number. Don't use your dad's email. Don't use your dad or mom's phone number. This should be your phone number and your personal email. The reason is that um, you need this to receive official communication from the university. So you should ensure that they are your personal email and phone number and they are active. Are you there? And the fourth is your O level. During your registration, you will need to upload a scanned copy of your original O level certificate. Of course, you are going to fill your grades manually, but it is required that you upload a copy of your original certificate, being it WAEC, NECO, or GC. It should be uploaded. And a very important note that you will need to keep all payment receipts. All payment receipts should be kept properly because you are going to be needing them if UNILAG grant you admission. You'll be needing them in your screening. So all your receipt and proof of payments should be kept properly. You'll be needing them for your screening if UNILAG admits you. So after you're done with your registration, maybe 2, 3 weeks time, because the first process of the online UTME exam for UNILAG is mock examination. Mock examination is compulsory for all applicants. The reason for mock examination is for you to have an idea of how the UNILAG Post-UTME interface looks like, how the exam is being conducted, and the code of conduct of the examination. UNILAG Post-UTME examination is not conducted inside the school. You can do it anywhere. You can do it in your house. You can you can sit for the exam in a cyber cafe, in a CBT center, but there are conditions. There are conditions to which you must obey if you do not want to be disqualified for this examination. So let's look at the rules of the examination. Number one, if you are sitting for this exam, if you are writing this exam in your house or at the cyber cafe, you need to have number one, you need to have a stable internet. You need to have a what? A stable internet. That's number one. Number two, no face covering. That is, you don't need to wear a nose mask for the exam. You don't need to wear a face cap, no shades, no glasses. You don't need that for the exam. No speaking aloud. No speaking aloud. You know you are facing your computer to write the exam. Reading out questions are not permitted. You are not permitted to speak or read the questions aloud or in the text. Read the questions within you. So if you are reading out the questions, the system might automatically detect maybe you are reading it out for someone to get answer from. That my practice. So read the questions to yourself and answer them yourself. Then four, no leaving your seat. You are not allowed to stand up. You are not permitted to stand up. Once you start, you cannot stand up. You cannot stretch or leave your sitting position for any reason. Mosquito bite you, endure the bite. You are not to leave your seat until the examination is over. Number 5, no switching tabs. Now, um, the the um the tabs. There is a software that the CBT UNILAG CBT examination make use of. They call it the web test. So you cannot, once you are logging, you cannot change tab to another tab. It's not even possible. But you should not change tab. Like I said, how this is a breakdown of how your login process looks like. Now, when I started, you use your username. The username is your what? JAMB registration number. Your password is your surname in capital letters, all capital letters. Your password is going to be your surname. Then you log in to start your examination. You log in to start your exam. So, number 6, no one else should be in the room where the exam is conducted. Some students prefer to do this exam in their house. So even if you are in the cyber cafe, you must be completely alone during the exam. The presence of any other persons, not even family members, will lead to disqualification. Nobody must be in the room or in the space where you are writing the exam. No footstep should be noticed because the system detects footsteps. It detects any smallest sound in that environment, can detect any sound in that environment. So it knows when there are more than 2 people in that room. So you should be the only one sitting for the exam in the room where you are doing the examination. And the very important part, no covering of webcam. Make sure you are using a computer or a laptop that the webcam camera is clear. If the webcam is not clear, if the webcam is not clear, might lead to um disqualification, or in some cases you have your exam being paused and you have some monitoring agents seeing you that you should wave your hand to the webcam, or you should um you should show them around the environment where you are. So they just want to be sure if you are the only one in the room or you're messing around with the webcam. So no covering of webcam to avoid disqualification. The exam duration is 30 minutes for 40 questions. You have to answer. Um, the exam duration is 30 minutes. 30 minutes, and you have to answer 40 questions in 40 minutes. If this that's timer, then automatic submission. If you run out of time, your text will be submitted automatically. You don't have to worry that maybe you're number 39 and your 30 minutes elapse. The system will submit for you automatically and log you out. So you don't need to panic. What you have answered will be marked for you. What you have answered will be marked. So after the examination, in a week or two, the results will be out. Then you now use your result to calculate your complete aggregate to know if you meet cutoff mark. And if you do not meet cutoff mark, I will advise such candidates should look for a course that meets the cutoff mark and go for a change of course before, because change of institution and course will still be on. So you go and do a change of course so that you can be admitted into for that course my communication, so I can be admitted for that course that you meet cut-off mark for. So in our next video, we are going to be talking about cut-off mark for each faculty and department in UNILAG for based on merit and attachment. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that you can get notified whenever we drop a new video. God bless you. Bye bye.